Don't do this, Dad.
I have to go away for a while.
Not again, Dad. You always leave.
But don't worry,
Where's
I'll be back
Mom?
before you know it.
What does that even mean?
The death of your mother caused me grief that nearly
Who
destroyed
is my
me.
mom? You never tell me.
But I'll be back.
When are you gonna tell me about Mom?
I want to give you this necklace.
This movie even sucks, Dad.
Legend tells that if you squeeze it hard enough, I'll know that
What are
you're
you
there,
talking about?
and I'll be there for you.
What are you talking about?
I love you, Sprout.
Stop calling me Sprout. What the hell does that even mean? It's so gross. This is disgusting. Where are you going? You never tell me where you're going. Who are you? Hey guys, we just got back from seeing Tomb Raider.
Wow. Hands down, the best movie ever released for video games and cinema. I mean, it's simple as that, folks. 5 out of 5.
10 out of 10. We're out of here! Just kidding, I fucking hated this movie personally. This movie was a complete waste of time. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking of doing. If you were a fan of the video games, it did a poor job of portraying the actual game it's based off of. If you're a fan of just adventure treasure hunt movies, it did a poor job of doing that too. It's just in the middle. It's in limbo, it's shit. It's covered in shit floating in space trying to figure out what kind of shit it is. But it's still shit. It had potential and it was really reminiscent of things that I like, you know, adventure, treasure hunting, I love those things. But this movie just didn't do a good job with that. I know that as far as video game goes, I feel like the actress, Alicia Vikander, I feel like she was a good choice. They didn't give her a good script to work with, and she has no personality really, she's very generic. Everything else was just poor and awful. She definitely like carried the movie, which is weird. I mean like there was nobody else in the movie even close to her, and her character was still bad. It was just her acting. Which is funky because Walton Goggins is in this movie and he's a great actor. He's fantastic, but they wasted him in this movie. He's not even a villain. He's just a guy who wants to go home. But he's just a middle guy. He was more relatable than Laura. So let's talk about like the directing overall, very bland. This movie had a lot of weird close-ups of people's faces. Just the whole thing was covering, the whole screen was this. There's like 2 or 3 times Walton Goggins was just like, oh my. Lara Croft, she's like, I'm just like, dude, the noises she made in this movie were weird. Yeah. Ah! It's like during one of the fight scenes, she made a noise and the director's like, whoa. Do that a lot for the rest of the movie. Directing, whatever, doesn't matter, nothing. Writing. The script was very poor here. It was lacking so much. The CG was either okay or just bad. Like, it looked like a fan movie. A group of friends just made a Lara Croft fan movie. This movie, like I said, very reminiscent of things that I wish it was. Like when they're arriving to the island, it just felt like Peter Jackson's King Kong. And they're going to this island in the middle, like it's unknown, uncharted, scary. There's rocks when they get there. I'm just like, oh, cool. I want to watch King Kong now. And then other points are just like that adventure. There's a whip in the movie. I'm like, oh shit, I want to watch Indiana Jones now. Kind of towards the end of the movie, a little idea that's introduced. The people that are shown or like what happens to them just reminded me of Prometheus in a second. Like, oh, I want to watch Prometheus now. Like this whole movie just reminded me of other movies I wanted to watch. And not this one, because it was... All the cool scenes were just ripped literally right from the video game, which is another problem this movie has. Like, I know Angelina Jolie's movies aren't good, but at least they knew they weren't good. You know what I mean? Like, they were just having fun. This movie's actually trying to be a serious treasure hunting good movie, and it's fucking not. And it's like tying itself to the games just limits itself so much, and it just literally any cool scene that happened was just ripped right from the games. At least Angelina Jolie had her own kind of unique story, if that makes sense, even though it was shit. It was still like its own thing. This movie's just tied down. Yeah, this movie doesn't need to exist. I never felt danger for Lara. I always knew she was gonna survive, even though there's so much shit that should have killed her. First like section of the movie is like her with her friends and the bike thing. Like, it's so stupid. The beginning's fucking retarded. It's all forgotten. It's a complete wace of time. You don't care about Laura at all. You don't care about her struggle because she doesn't really have any. They show her, you know, boxing. That helps. That kind of gives you some idea. Like in the movie later on, she fights people. Oh, okay, she has experience. But she's riding a fucking bike in a scene, like, and like a long scene. It's like. It's long. It's like, it's part of the movie. It's not just like a guy walks across the street part of the movie. It is several scenes of this movie where she's riding a bike, and that doesn't help the movie at all. It was just waste. There really isn't any characters in the movie except maybe 3. Everyone else is just forgotten instantly. Like, and even the characters that are in it, like the Asian dude, the boat captain, they like forget he exists for the last half of this movie. He does nothing for like the last half of the movie. He just stands there and talks. It's such a trash movie that's just there to cash in on the success the game's having. The movie's just so fucking boring, and there's nothing exciting happening. There's nothing new. It didn't offer anything new to the genre of action adventure. No Harrison Ford and no Nicolas Cage. You're not gonna have a good treasure hunting movie. Yeah, if you get Nick Cage in there, you might as well just call it quits. Pretty much. Yeah, fuck. Let's get to the ratings here.
I'm gonna give this movie a 4 out of 10. It's bad. It didn't offer anything new to a genre movie that I really enjoy. The Indiana Jones, that treasure hunting, I love that shit. This movie didn't offer anything new to that. And what it did have of that aspect sucked. It was awful. Characters were terrible. There actually wasn't much action. And what action there was, it wasn't good action. Story was whatever, didn't matter. The treasure at the end of the movie, or like the whole basis of the whole movie, was dumb. It didn't even matter. It wasn't even something I was interested in. Who cares? But my biggest gripe with this movie is that the whole time it made me want to watch other way better movies. That's all it was. It was a good reminder that there's actually great films out there that make this one look like shit.
I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 10. I truly thought this was a terrible movie. There isn't really a single redeemable factor outside of Alicia's acting. The fact that it tied itself down to the game story while also trying to do its own thing was the worst idea you could possibly do. It's just stuck in the middle, getting strangled by both sides, and it's not unique. All the cool scenes are taken from the games, and the game does it 10 times better. And anything it tries to do originally is just generic and shit. It makes you think of other movies you'd rather watch. CGI shit, everything's shit about it. I fucking hate this movie. Don't watch it, please. Even if you already watched it, find the guys who work in Men in Black, get that pen, erase your brain. That's it, folks. If you like this movie, let us know how or why. Do you like Angelina Jolie's movies more? Have you played the Tomb Raider games? Like, favorite, subscribe, let us know, okay? Till next fucking time.
Okay, bye. Peace. Subscribe. Getting crunked in the fucking... We're all BKB.